So, let's start today by reading out a tweet, actually. I should have prepped this before, shouldn't I? Writer. It's a beautiful day out, by the way. Here we go. Here it is. This is by Mr. Chris Hawk, and it says, we'll bring it up near the screen, I would like to produce more educational resources for consultants, freelancers, and agency founders. But my previous experience in that world makes me hesitant. It's exhausting, thankless work, and left me doubting anything I have to offer. Am I the only one? That's what we're going to talk about today. The feeling that it's exhausting, thankless work. Yeah, let's go find somewhere to shoot. So that question is one that I have heard before, and that I felt before. I think of a friend who launched a course recently and was all like gung ho about it, and then when it came down to people signing up for it, he was not less gung ho. He was just disappointed with the uptake, and I know that's how Chris is feeling. That's how I felt, and that's how my other friend has felt. Who I didn't ask to use their name, so I'm not going to. This is how I'm feeling. I'm trying to finish a marketing book, and it's not finished. It's all year. It's supposed to go in Q1. It's, Q4. Not doing it. It's not happening so far anyways. I actually thought this last week, that I might revamp it. And maybe that's why I just haven't been doing it, why I haven't been getting behind it, because I don't actually feel interested in the topic at all. I think that my old work isn't just worthwhile. But as I read the book, I still think it's interesting. I still think it's a good book. I think it's good advice for freelancers who want to run a better business. So why am I not doing it? And why do I feel that way? That's the big question. Especially since I look at, compared to 18 months ago. 18 months ago, I wasn't sure how I was going to pay the bills every month. I was worried about paying the bills and even getting back up to some semblance of the income that we had before, my wife and I. And now we are back there. I'm paying the bills. I'm not worried about it. I've got close to five figures in the bank almost right there, just to pay us for the future. I am paid till the year's paid out already. And yet, I resonate with Chris's tweet that I feel burnt out and like I'm not doing what I should be doing, and that to cite near Eyal, it's Indistractable. His other book was Hooked. I'm reading Indistractable now because they sent me a free copy because I review books, so they sent me a free copy. Just put that out there. Where he said that either going towards traction or distraction, and so your distraction is pulling you away from traction. Is it that what I'm doing day to day, is it that it's pulling me away from traction and into distraction because I don't actually care about what I'm doing, because it's not the life that I want to live? So I don't know, but there's more. Now, the other thing that's really been going at me right now, or making it harder, is that life is crazy busy. I'm kind of out of frame here. All right, there we go, we're back, better. I'm doing cross country Tuesday and Wednesday morning with my daughter's school. Thursdays has been cross country races the last 3 weeks. There's one more tomorrow. It's not as crazy because it's where I have to be after race, but usually I've been across town and back, across town and back, across town and back, across town. Just to be able to get to do something where I get to put all my children to bed at 7:30, totally alone, because my wife is still working. She'll be working really late this week because she's got a board meeting afterwards. And then my wife's been gone a ton, and it's just been crazy. So life has been crazy. And so is that it? I think it was Indistractable again, talked about when you're feeling not good about where you're at, it's probably because you're doing things you ultimately don't even care about. And so if you're doing those things, I think the big question is why? Or when you're feeling not happy about what you're doing and not happy with where you're at, is a good question to ask yourself. Am I just doing things that I don't actually care about, that I don't want to be doing, that I don't think are valuable, and I think that there are things that I could produce more value with in this world? And so I've been trying to pursue some of that, I guess, now that I think about it, with this channel. As sometimes I'm talking, sometimes I'm showing you code, sometimes I'm probably going to be talking about a new mechanical keyboard coming up, and I got some headphones I want to review. So I'll be doing that, and that has been fun and interesting. At the same time, I think that the major money-making endeavors now for good clients. I like my clients. They're great people. They're easy to work with. They're like everything. I would recommend them to someone else like wholeheartedly with like no reservations whatsoever, and they pay really well. But when I think about doing that work, I'm always like, I don't feel like it, even though I can, right? I can do all that stuff. I had more fun writing for a client yesterday where I wrote about, what did I write? I wrote a way in a Git hook to tell on someone if they tried to commit directly to master. And instead of committing to master, it says, "Nuh-uh, I'm going to tattle on you like grade school." And then it sends a dumpster fire animated GIF to a Slack channel and tells on them. So that was super fun. It was a fun afternoon to like figure all that out, figure out how to do the curl post properly, format the JSON response and everything. Like that was super fun, and that's what I liked doing. And today, as I work to interface with another API, old crazy API, that's not what I enjoyed doing. Ending my day, because it's been a lot, like I've already put in 7 hours today of solid work, and now I'm finishing it off with this. I decided to go out and walk around to enjoy the sun and to do something that was not code related, not office related, so that I could be here and have a day that was going better. So next, we'll talk about why you don't ever see that stuff. Why you don't ever see, like, at least for me, why I don't see that side of it for me. Because honestly, who wants to brag about things when they suck? Not me, not most people. So I was talking about why you don't hear that from me. So when I said that to Chris, even kind of a few weeks back, he said, "I'm surprised and empathetic that you said that." And he went on to say that, "Hey, like, you seem like you're killing it." And I think that lots of people seem like they're killing it. To be honest, they seem like they're killing it when everything's hitting the fan, when things are terrible, when things suck. And why? I think it's in part because when things suck, you don't have the energy to even say anything about it. You're like, "Oh man, I put my pants on." Or, you know, if you go to put your pants on and you miss a leg, you're like, "That's too much work, I'm getting back in bed." And until you muster up the energy to put your pants back on, to pick them up off the ground because they're now too far away, right? You know, you can joke about it the day. Last week I put my underpants on inside out and backwards, and it was funny because, you know, I was having a decent day. But then Friday I was not having a good day, and it was just everything I could do just to kind of keep it going and not fall apart again. Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday were actually really good again. Today's been pretty good too. Like I have nothing, and I'm feeling good. And I think that far more people that you see as successful that go through that, and I'm going through a time when some days are good, some days suck, and I'm having more good days than bad days, but I just don't want to show it. And I think too, I feel hesitant because so many of the confessional stuff sounds like just marketing. You're like, "Oh, I feel so sad for you," but I don't know, it just doesn't feel genuine. I don't know, that's to me. So I figure that I keep more of it to myself, at least in part for that. I don't mind, or I talk to my wife about it a bit. I talk to some of my mentor about it a bit, and I talk to, man, those ducks are making some noise. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but and I talk to Mastermind about it, about when I'm struggling and the things that are not going good, and when when I'm in a bit of a dark spot. I talk to those people about it. I talk to some of my running friends about it too. So I don't talk about it much online, and mainly because I don't want it to ever seem like it's some like grab at marketing. I think as soon as you're like, "Oh, how will my followers take this?" I think that maybe you shouldn't post it even. I don't know. Far too many of these confessional pieces seem purely marketing related to try and get more follows and and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to very often anyways. So that I don't, I don't want to, I want to help people who need help. You can send me an email, send me a comment about that, but I don't want to just, make it all about me and about how things are going bad, because in general things are going good. Bills are paid, kids are good, my wife's happy at her job. I am generally happy. More days than not I'm happy. Oh, spray from the fountain in the background is getting me now. Yeah, like there's a lot of good things, but some days just it's hard to keep focused on anything. Last Friday in particular, like I finished off some work in the morning and stuff came up and I had to deal with it immediately and it was an emergency and I felt rushed. And then I spent the afternoon just trying to calm down so I wasn't all angry with the kids all evening, because I can do that. I can just be angry with my kids and be a bad father. So, and that's not what I want. And I accomplished not being that, but I was still feeling kind of grumpy. And my wife and I had a good talk about that. About she thought I was mad at her, and I was like, I'm not necessarily mad at you. I'm just not having a good day. I'm trying just not to yell at everyone. So that's what I got today, and that can be okay sometimes. Sometimes that's where it's at. Sometimes that's definitely where it's at for me. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say. No. And I guess that's the last thing. I don't have any 5 tips. I got no 7 things you should be doing. What I do know about my job is I love my freedom. I love being able to do cross country in the morning with my daughter and with a bunch of the kids and being there to input into a bunch of the students' lives. Some of them have good parents around, some of them who don't. And I like being there for them. And like it's genuinely like one of my best parts of my day is Tuesdays and Wednesdays doing cross country and running with the kids and encouraging those who don't really want to run, and then interacting with them at school, and the other times when I just see them like walking around. That's like the most genuine fun part of my day. And probably the least fun is some of the coding times. This is fine. I enjoy this. I enjoy it. Maybe I'm just because I'm outside, but I enjoy doing a lot of the video stuff and teaching and finding new interesting things, because that's the thing. Like my videos are just like whatever I find interesting. So there's a bunch of kids interested in my video. So yeah. That's all I got today, I think. Have a good one. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. Things are going tough. I don't know. I got nothing for you. But if you got tips for me or things that you've done when things are not going well, I'd love to hear about it. And put them down in the comments. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching this on my site, there's no comments, so go to YouTube. So, have a good one. Okay, I know I said the video was over, but I really just wanted to show you the mountains back here. Right, here, let me turn this around. Where are they? Is that there? I was on the real pointy one. Right there. In the snow. I was on that pointy one in the snow last week. It was cool. I got up there at 5 to start. It's a long drive around on logging roads, so I basically ran it in the time it took me to drive one way. Ran it in an hour and a half. And I drove it an hour and a half. Then I put a huge stupid fire because someone was an idiot. Okay, and now I think the video is really, really over. I think so.